The raw power of V8 M Sport. G-Man Engineering. What is going on, guys? We back to the M3. In the previous video we removed the liner, or we just pop it down, and today we're gonna do a attempt for fixing the roof rattle. The car only have 48,000 miles, it's not even 50 yet, but it has the roof rattle. It has a little bit of leaky roof. I think I know what is going on with that, so that's gonna be for a different video. The gaskets, but they all good, they all intact. I just have one issue with them. After all, I'm gonna tell you what's up with that in different video. Today we're going to discover what's up with the roof rattle. First, it's a rear portion of the roof, which is pneumatic or hydraulic cylinder. And the second is front portion of the roof, and we have same type of hydraulic system, which is our problem. And we're gonna talk about it in a second. The rear portion, which is we're working right now, have nothing to do with the rattle noise. And because of the roof open only halfway, we have that type of noise here. Also, the cylinder have to move up and down, and because I wasn't patient and didn't put enough attention to it, I messed it up a little. So that portion of the video just to show you my mistake. After all, I add the zip tie to the roof frame and the hydraulic cylinder that did help to fix the noise to the touch. But right after closing the roof, the zip tie snapped. And I figured that was a mistake. Lucky for me, I didn't break anything. After all, let's get to the front portion of the roof and I'm gonna show you what we discovered. Okay guys, after playing around and trying to figure it out what is going on with that, and like you seen, I put the zip ties in there. It didn't work because they are on the way. I've been monitoring them, and basically the cylinder has to move up and down. After all, I figured it out finally. So at this side, it's not bouncing anymore because I put a whole bunch of grease inside, but the problem not because of the grease. Can you see that yellow piece of plastic in there? And that piece of plastic basically has to be going all around the metal rod inside, which is the cylinder, some sort of cylinder. If we're going to look on the other side, we don't have that problem because we have plastic surrounding that metal rod. And basically, whenever I was hitting the roof, the sound was coming, it was coming from that rod in there, which has been slamming around, and I'm assuming that was our problem. But anyway, I'm gonna start the car right now. We're gonna take it for a test drive. We'll find out if everything just fine with that. After all, I'm gonna see in a second. But as you can see, we're also missing the plastic piece, which is supposed to be like on the other side. It's sitting inside of the trunk. It been producing a whole bunch of squeaking noise. The spring here was bended. That's the first. Then there was missing knob here, so it's been flapping after all whenever we was driving. And the last piece, it cracked on half in the middle, the actual plastic. So I'm gonna try to repair that. I was looking for to buy this piece, but I couldn't find it anywhere like in US, and at least ship it for in a week. But apparently the closest one is in a couple months from ECS tuning. So am I gonna try to fix the old piece? I'm gonna show you what is going on. In the same video, I'm gonna add the small portion. I'm gonna be fixing that thing and gonna try to mount it back without the knobs, or gonna build something to basically hold it on a place, and I'm gonna try to do as factory as possible. Anyway, let's take it for a test drive and see what is going on with the roof. The grease what you've seen inside, it's not the permanent fix. I'm definitely going to be calling the junkyards and looking for the part. The noise was coming from the rod because that yellow plastic piece that inside the cylinder is wore out, or the inner latch is loose. I'm still going to be working with that, and in the future I'm going to finish the video with leaky gasket and a rattle noise. As well as you've seen in my case, one of the plastic guide is broken a little. After all, there's still some noise, but compare before and after, and it's 10 times better than before. So let's test drive it, and you're gonna hear it for yourself what is going on in there. Okay, this is gonna be a kind of bouncy road, and usually whenever I drive here, their passenger side is just getting crazy. The driver's side, but I can't hear anything from the passenger side. What? There is still a little bit from the driver's side. ABS, blah blah blah. I need to do the reset with that. Dude, that's pretty crazy. Only one squeaking noise, which is coming from the like trim piece, so I'm not really worried about it as well, because it's like really easy to fix it. But after all, everything worked just fine. Ding! So there was a quite thorough inspection of the roof. The steering is tight. So guys, I am really impressed with that stuff. Simply adding the grease to the driver's side did help a lot with whatever stuff was going on in there, but we have kind of grinding noise coming from the piece of plastic right here, as well as we have kind of lines here from the rubber, because we have a type of rubber boots here, which is they sitting onto the paint and they could squeak or rub, so we wanted to take care of that stuff as well. Here I'm gonna add some lubrication to the gaskets, or I'm gonna use that purify whatever stuff for rubber care, and we have such a progress. Just look at it. So apparently that rod is pneumatic tube, and it's extend and lock and go inside of the rear panel, so it start wobbling inside. There could be two possible reasons for it. So the first one could be with the rear panel, which is the back panel. There could be some worn out parts inside, and that could be a problem. The second and the most likely thing, this is gonna be those guys, the guides for those, or the tubes or whatever stuff it is, but I seen those pieces on an FCP Euro or ECS tuner, I cannot remember. So I'll try to add all of the information, links in the description below for diagrams for all of the parts and whatever stuff could be wrong with that. After all, we're gonna have separate video how to lubricate the seals, or it's already on the channel. And the next one is gonna be how to lubricate the roof, the moving parts, how to take care of that stuff and prevent of something like that. I know it's not the proper grease what we just did it, but that was just for the sake of understanding either it's working or either not. So this is the regular Mobile 1 grease, not quite a regular, it's kind of more to the expensive side, but it's really sticky. It's almost like a glue. So if it's there, it's kind of sticks to the parts, and it's kind of nice and it's kind of not. The particular roof doesn't have to have that guy inside, but that's what we did and that's what worked for me, so I don't mind. I'll try to get those parts and install them. So if you like the video, please put the thumbs up button there, subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment below. I'll see you next one.